Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to do an inventive yoga flow. In the channel, we have already uploaded many different types of flow practices, creative yoga flows, vinyasa flows, yoga pilates flows, some slightly poetic fusion flows, etc. So remember to check them out as well. But for this practice today, we are going to focus on obliques. It's all about obliques and deep hip mobility. Let us experience a fairly detailed sequence for diving deep into the lateral core and some deep hip mobility moves to take care of the hips. Challenge the range of motion while stabilizing and strengthening. Find your mat, roll it out, and let's get started. Let's start with some side body work. Come to your child's pose. Maybe bring your knees together, toes together, and just release your forehead down. Walk your hands forward. First, keep the elbows soft, so you can release the elbows down. Forehead down. You can turn your head a little side to side. Hips a little side to side. And then find a stillness. Just a moment here to arrive. Let the shoulders drop down. Really feel your ribs, feel your belly against your thighs when you inhale. And exhale, a little lightness in between. Just feel your breath. Make sure the jaw is relaxed. You're not biting your teeth together. Let the cheeks drop. You can do a little scan through your body. Is there anything that feel really tight, heavy? And just let it be. Just noticing. No judgment. Nothing you need to change right now. And then take a moment to check your thoughts. What's in your head, in your mind at the moment? Can you let that go for now? No need of ignoring anything, but see if you can let the thoughts come and go. Can you more just observe? And then start to reach your fingers forward. You can even come up to your fingertips, really lifting the belly of your thighs a little, reach forward. Get the ribs more over your thighs and then release your forehead a little closer to the floor. Finding that side body stretch. Like I said, we're gonna start to work on the side body first. Stretching and strengthening as well. Really get connected to the side core, side bodies. And now just bring the right hand by your hip on the side and then start to reach your left fingers further over to your right. So with your right hand, you press down, so you bring the body weight a little more onto your left, really pressing the left hip down to your heels, and then reach your left fingers further out to the side. So you can really feel the left side of your body stretching here. Right hand presses down, presses your body weight back, And left fingers are reaching forward over to your right. Maybe pressing the left armpit down a little more. And release. Let's go to the other side. Now the left hand by your hip, right fingers walking over to your left, really reaching the right fingers further out, pressing the left hand down and pushing the body weight a little more onto your right. So the right hip further down, maybe pressing the right shoulder, armpit down, really feeling the right side of your body, stretching. Now release. One more time. Walk your fingers forward. Can you feel your side bodies a little longer? And then walk your hands back. And just send the legs in front of you to your staff pose. Dandasana. Actually keep the feet, no need to flex or point, just keep the feet relaxed. Let's do a couple of rolls here first. So inhale, just lengthen your fingers up to the ceiling. Exhale, chest leads the way down. Open your fingers out to the side. Bring the fingers forward and roll up again. Inhale, look up, open your chest, open your fingers, arms out to the side, roll forward. Reach over your toes and roll up. One more like this. Inhale. Chest leads the way. Reach your fingers forward and round. And then let's go the other way. So round. Send your fingers forward. Open your arms out to the side. Open your chest to come up. Again. Bring the fingers in, round, send forward through the length. Start to open. From the side, arms up. And one more, like you wanna dive forward, reach. Start to open. The back of your head leads the way up. Nice. And then we're gonna do the same side body stretch as we did in the child's pose. So bring the right hand by your hip. Left fingers start to reach over to your right. With your right hand, press down firmly to really get keep the left sit bone on the floor. At the same time, keep reaching your left fingers over to your right. You can release your forehead down if that's available. But both arms are active. Left fingers reaching out, right hand pressing down. Now release. Bring the body upright, rotate the shoulders back and down. Other side, left hand by your hip, right fingers reaching over to your left. Keep reaching and left hand presses down to bring the right sit bone down. Right fingers reaching over. And now feeling the right side of your body. Stretching. There is absolutely no need to bring the forehead down, but if that feels nice, you can do it as long as your hips, both hips are grounded on the floor. There it is. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Cross your ankles. And find your way right away to your down dog today. So spread the fingers wide. Find your down dog. Take a moment here to move freely. You can walk the heels. Bring the hips side to side. Turn your head. Bend both knees, extend. Anything might feel nice, even pressing the chest a little close to the floor, forehead close to the floor. And then finding the alignment again, ribs in, lengthen the lower back. So, if possible, bring your toes together, heels together. Try to ground your heels a little close to the floor. You can always make the down dog a little bit shorter here if you want to. We're gonna do kind of same side body stretch. It's a little bit more subtle here. So your right hip, imagine your right hip moving towards the right shoulder. Keep pressing the left heel down, left hand down. So we wanna shorten the right side of your body and lengthen the left. Still keep the hips lifted, chest back. Pressing the left hand down firmly, left heel, and the right hip moving closer to your right shoulder. Come back to the center. Let's do the other side. Left hip moving closer to your left shoulder. Keep pressing the right heel down, the right hand down, really feeling the right side of your body. Stretching. It's a stretch, but activation as well, really using the side core. Come back to the center. Let's see how we do with the twist. Try to find your balance. Maybe the left hand grabbing the right ankle. And same thing here. We wanna bring the hips closer to the shoulder. Now we're really working, strengthening the right shoulder here. Maybe a little bit less stretch for the left side of your body, but really working that strength. Come back to the center. Let's do the other way. Our right hand holds the left ankle. And then left hip closer to your left shoulder. Keep pressing the chest back. Right side of your body opening. Working that left shoulder. Come back to the center. Then we do the opposite way around. So right hand grabbing the left hand grabbing the right ankle. And then we're gonna move the hips to the opposite way. So the left hip closer to your left shoulder. Pressing the right hand down. Now we should feel better stretch for the side body. Really working on the balance. And go back to the center. Right hand holds the left ankle or wherever you can grab. And then the right hip closer to your right shoulder. Keep pressing the chest back. Find your balance. And come back to the center. Nice. Start to walk your feet forward. Arrive to the front of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Take a moment in your ragdoll. Just relax the head, relax the neck. You can grab your opposite elbows. Let the body hang. Soften your knees a little. And breathe. Relax the neck. You can always turn your head little side to side. Side to side. Release your hands. Really slowly start to round up the standing. Soften your knees a little. Tailbone under, vertebra by vertebra. Round all the way. Upright. Nice. Now we're gonna do the same idea in the half forward fold. So feet are hip distance apart, bring the arms up over your head. Imagine you are holding a block. So relax the shoulders down, hug your ribs in, neck is free. Shift the body weight onto the balls of your feet and fold forward at your hips. Only halfway down. You can micro bend your knees a little. Try to bring the body down, flat back, parallel to the floor. And then we start to bring the hands over to the right. Press the left heel down and bring the right hip a little closer to your right shoulder. But try to keep the body parallel to the floor. Try not to twist. Just bringing the hip closer to your shoulder, side body stretch. Come back to the center. Same to the other side. And now press the right heel down, left hip closer to your left shoulder. Reach the fingers, your imaginary block over to your left. Still trying to remain that flat back. Come back to the center. Open your arms out to the side and release. Relax the neck, relax the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, relax. You can turn the fingers facing back too. Sometimes I like to do this. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Flatten your hands down. Step your feet back into a high plank and you choose knees, chest, chin down, or right away chaturanga. Slide forward to your baby cobra. Up dog. And exhale, hips up. Down dog. Soften your knees, look forward. Step your feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale, relax the head down. And inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands together to your heart center. Again, we stick with the side body work. So this time, step the right foot behind your left foot. Keep the feet really close together so the outer edges are touching, and you can keep the body weight even in your legs. You can square your hips, heels and the toes grounded down. So now you gotta think the right hip forward all the time. Lift from the front. Interlace your fingers, extend the palms up to the ceiling, extend your elbows and start to bend your body over to your right. So you can push your hips over to your left, bend the body over to your right, and right away the right hip forward and the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, navel in and up, really between two walls. It's not a big side bend. You really want to work on the alignment, squeeze the inner thighs together, feet grounded on the floor, right hip, right shoulder forward, lengthen. Come back to the center. Step the right foot next to your left foot with your left or the right hand. With your right hand, grab your left wrist, pull up and over. Exactly the same. Now you can go a little deeper. Push your hips over to your left, right shoulder forward, navel in and up. Keep going through the length to lower. Open the front side of your body. Release, come back to the center, release your arms, rotate the shoulders back and down, maybe tilt your head a little side to side, always careful with the side body work that we don't tense the neck too much. I tend to do that. Let's go to the other side. Left foot behind your right, so cross your ankles and really try to again ground your feet down, the outer edges touching, and then level your hips, square your hips. Left hip forward, lift from the front, squeeze your legs together. Interlace your fingers, extend the palms up to the ceiling and bend over to your left. Push your hips over to your right, right away the left shoulder forward, left hip forward, right shoulder opens back. Between two walls, not a big side bend, but a lot of work to keep the squareness. Do not twist or tilt forward. And come back to the center. Step the left foot next to your right. With your left hand, grab your right wrist, pull up and over. Now you can go deeper. You can push your hips a little more onto your right. Left shoulder forward between two walls. Keep the weight even on your feet. Keep extending also the left side of your body. Chest open. And slowly bring the body upright. Open your arms and fold forward again. Relax the neck. Maybe shake your head. And inhale, half a lift. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back. Flow through your Vinyasa, chaturanga, or knees down, chin down, chest down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring your toes together, heels together, chest back. And inhale, right leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into your nose, shift the body weight forward, round the upper back. Inhale, three-legged dog, chest back, toes up. Exhale, right knee into right elbow or your shoulders, body weight forward. Inhale, send your right leg up to the ceiling. three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your left elbow, left armpit. Keep the body weight even on your hands. Just cross the knee underneath you. Inhale, send your right leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee into your nose. Without any sound, with the control. Setting the heel down first if possible. Come up to your warrior two. Right away. Warrior two. Bring the body upright. Sit down a little deeper. Always level your hips. Left hip down. Lift from your lower core. Extend your fingers out to the side. Turn the right palm facing up. Inhale up and over. Reverse the warrior. Actually, the left fingers could reach towards the right knee, feeling that side body stretch here as well. Really open. Come back to the center. Let's go reverse the warrior the other way around. Right fingers reaching towards the left ankle, left fingers reaching over your head. Really try to open the left shoulder. Bend down deeper on your right knee. Keep reaching like this, but we're gonna transition the Skandasana. So turn the left toes out, start to extend your right knee, keep bending the left knee, keep reaching the right fingers to your left ankle, and see if you can sit all the way down and grab your left ankle with your right hand. If you get there, adjust as you need to, and then really keep pressing the left hip down and extending the left fingers overhead. Maybe you get to bend your right elbow down. It's easier when you have the elbow on the floor to really ground the left sit bone down. Finding that side body stretch, and maybe aiming to find where they are too far, your toes. With your left hand, still try to keep the left sit bone grounded on the floor the best you can. Open the chest. Now really take a moment here. Reaching sideways, grounding your hips down. Really slowly. Release. Nice. Start to walk your hands back towards your right. Frame your right foot with your hands. Come to the ball of your left foot. Step your right foot back. Flow through Vinyasa. Hug the elbows in. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Same thing to the other side. Toes together, heels together. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into your nose. Shift the body weight forward. Round the upper back, shoulders over your wrist. Inhale, left leg up, chest back. Exhale, knee to your elbow, shoulder. Again, round the upper back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your right elbow, armpit. Keep the hands grounded, body weight even, just crossing the knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one, knee into your nose, shift body weight forward, really round. And if possible, heel down before your toes. Sometimes I like to cheat myself a little, come up higher on your left finger, so lift the wrist off the floor, make a little bit more space, and then maybe step the heel down before your toes. Turn the right heel in, and come up to your warrior two. Once again, first level the hips, right hip down, lengthen the left side of your body, navel up, open your arms out to the side, strong legs, inner thighs active. Reverse the warrior. So up and over. Right fingers reaching towards the left knee. Palm is facing up. Left fingers reaching back. Try to open your chest a little more. Maybe look up onto your left arm. Bend a little deeper. Come back to the center. Same thing. Extended side angle, left fingers reaching towards the right angle, right fingers over your head, side body stretch. No help with the arms though, so really use your core. Open the right shoulder a little more. Sit down a little deeper on your left knee. Keep reaching like this. Skandasana, start to extend the left knee, turn your right toes out, and start to bend your right knee. Bring the hips down, maybe all the way if you find your angle hand, keep it there and keep lengthening. So here, really lift up first. Maybe the left elbow down and back facing you, but that's all right. Through the length, keep lowering your right sit bone down and maybe too far. Find your toes. Otherwise, that is not the most important thing here. More just open. Side body stretch. Try to lower your hips down the best you can. And always send the breath where you feel the stretch. Sounds so simple, but makes a huge difference, really. Sending the breath where you need it. Right now. Try to breathe easily. Try not to hold your breath. And slowly, release. Start to walk your hands back to your left. Frame your left foot with your hands. Come to the ball of your right foot. Step the left foot back. And flow through your vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now bring the knees down to the floor and set the legs in front of you. We're gonna do a little bit of hip mobility and core. So find 90-degree angles on your knees. Right leg in front, left leg back. So you can come a little bit more towards the right edge of the mat. So you always level the shins and the thighs with the edges of the mats. That way you know for sure that you have the 90-degree angles on your knees. Shins and thighs parallel to the edges of your mat. Right leg in front, left leg back. Keep the feet flexed. Bring the hands together to your heart center. Try to square your shoulders and then start to lean the body weight forward. Can you lift the left knee off the floor? And lower. Bring the body upright. Lean the body weight forward, chest forward. Lift the left thigh off the floor. Lower. Bring the body upright. Again, lean forward. Lift the left thigh off the floor. Can you start to extend the left toes out to the side? Can you swing the left leg in front of you? Can you bend the knee? Heel in. Extend over to the side. Back behind you. And lower down, body upright. Let's go again. Lean the body weight forward. Lift the thigh off the floor. Extend your toes out to the side. And then you start to turn the inner thigh forward. Swing the leg in front of you. Bend the knee. This is a hard one. You kind of want to bring the heel up, knee down. Extend again. Swing to the side. Turn in. Bend back. And lower down. Bring the body upright. And then let's keep the leg floating off the floor. Lift the thigh up. Extend to the side. Outer rotate. In front of you. Bend the knee a little. Heel in. Extend over to the side. Inner rotation. Bend behind you. Keep going. Extend to the side. In front of you. Bend the heel in. Knee down. Extend. Swing to the side. Heel back behind you. One more. Bend, extend, send to the side, lower down, and bring the body upright. One more variation. So this time, lean the body weight forward, float the leg thigh off the floor, start to turn. So you bring the left knee pointing up, you sit on your both sit bones, extend the leg, bend, and bring the body weight onto your right again, heel behind you. So once again, outer rotate, sit back, extend, can be outer rotated, toes pointing out, bend onto your right, and behind you. You're gonna lean the body weight on your right quite a bit. Sit, extend, bend the heel in, body weight onto your right, and back behind you. Lower down. Nice. Can we put those two together? Let's go. Lean the body weight forward. Float the leg off the floor. Extend to the side. Swing all the way in front of you out of rotation. Bend the knee. Heel in. Extend. Swing it to the side and behind you. This time right away. Turn the knee pointing up. Sit back. Extend in outer rotation. Bend. Body weight on your right and behind you. One more. Forward, heel in, extend, swing to the side, bend behind you, and right away, knee up, sit back, extend, bend behind you, lower, and bring the body upright. Nice. And then let's go, swap to the other side. Take a quick Paschimottanasana in between. Maybe walk from sit bone to sit bone. Other side. Come a little bit more towards the left side of the mat. Left leg in front, right leg back. 90-degree angles on your knees. Again, level the shins and the thighs with the edges of the mat. Bring the hands together to a heart center. Lean the body weight forward, chest forward, and just lighten the right leg off the floor. Lower, bring the body upright. Lean the chest forward. Lighten the knee thigh off the floor. Lower down, and come up. Lean the body weight forward. Float, start to extend to the side. Swing it all the way in front of you. Bend the heel in, heel up, knee down, extend, swing it to the side, behind you, lower down, and bring the body upright. Lean forward, float the thigh off the floor, extend to the side, swing all the way in front of you, bend the heel in, extend, swing to the side, inner rotate, bend behind you, lower down, and body upright. Now let's keep going. Keep the leg floating off the floor all the time. Tie up, extend to the side, forward, bend in, extend to the side, behind you. Again to the side, swing all the way in front. Weight even, bend the heel in, extend to the side. One more to the side. Forward, bend in, extend, side, bend, lower, and bring the body upright. And then the other one. So lean the body weight forward, float the thigh off the floor. Now start to turn the knee up. You sit on both sitting bones. Extend the heel up, can be outer rotated, always easier. Bend in, shift body weight onto your left knee behind you, and lower. Again, forward, knee up, sit back, extend the heel out, bend, inner rotation, bring it back, lower, body upright. Let's put those two together. Lean forward, float, extend to the side, swing it all the way in front of you, bend the heel in, extend, swing it to the side, bend behind, bring the hips down, knee up, extend, bend, behind you. Again, swing to the side, all the way in front of you. Bend the heel in, extend, swing to the side, bend behind, and then knee bend right away. Sit back, extend, bend, back behind you. Maybe one more, let's do one more. One extra, it's always just fine. And bend, extend, swing to the side, bend behind you. And sit back, extend, bend, and lower. Nice. And take a moment. Send the legs in front of you. Shake a little. Take a quick Paschimottanasana. Walk from side to side. And then cross your ankles. Set the arms in front of you. Step your feet back. Flow through your Vinyasa. Again, find your core. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Again, release the knees down. Find your way to seated. And slightly different one this time. So bring the left heel really close to you. Left knee pointing out. Flatten the right foot down. Right toes pointing forward. A little bit further away from you. Bring the hands together to your heart center. And let's see, bring the body weight forward. Use your core and make your way up to one knee stand. Really push your hips forward. Again, slowly with the control, lean the body weight back and sit. Again, shift body weight forward. Come up to your one knee stand. Push your hips forward. Lower down. Sit back. One more. Body weight forward. Use your glutes as well to push the hips forward in the end. And lower down. Sit back. Now, float the right leg off the floor. Same as we did before. Start to extend to the side. And all the way behind you, try to find your pigeon pose. If you need to use your hands, use your hands. Keep the pigeon pose floating. So don't release the hips all the way down. Lift from your lower core. Really square. Tuck your right toes under. Left hip back. Right thigh bone forward. Lift from your lower core pelvic floor. And then lean the body weight slightly. So you sit back, lean the body weight slightly onto your left. Float the right leg off the floor. Bend the knee. And we come up. Again, one knee stand. Let's keep going like this. Hips down. Lighten the right leg. Swing it back. Tuck your toes under and see if you can lift yourself really square without your hands. All the time lifting, floating. Sit back, body weight onto your left. Get the right leg through. Bend the knee. Foot a little further away. Lean the body weight forward to your one knee stand. Let's go a couple more. Sit back, lighten, swing the right leg back, tuck the toes under and see if you can really lift. Right knee can be on the floor, floating, squaring. Lower down, lean onto your left, bring the right leg forward, one knee stand. And to your pigeon pose, one more. Find your way, maybe not using your hands, floating. And let's do a little more variation here. So really press the left shin down. Don't let the hips sink down all the way. Send your arms up to the ceiling. Open your chest. Arching, reach forward, fingers forward, and come up. Really tricky. Make sure the hips are not all the way on the floor. Try to hold yourself with the strength. Oof, really square. Again, open your chest. So the chest leads the way down. Send the fingers forward. Oof, and up. Let's go the other way around. So reach the fingers forward. Back behind you, round up. Again, chest leads the way, fingers forward, open the fingers out to the side, like somebody's pulling you up with from your fingers. And one more this way. Nice. And then go ahead, release the hands down, release the hips down for a moment. One more time, hands together to your heart center, lean the body weight onto your left, get the right leg through, and come up to your one knee stand. Really push your hips forward, left glute really active. Come to your right toes and see if you can lighten the right leg off the floor. Really lifting from the front, working your glutes and see if you can find your balance just for a moment. I sometimes play with that. Oi. Maybe even try to grab your heel. If you got the flexibility, extend. Oi. And bend down. So the key is really pushing your hips forward, lifting from the front, really working that left glute. Let's try once again. Oi. And lower down. It's just a little play. Sit back, flatten the right foot down, sit all the way back. And let's take a stretch here. So flatten the right foot down, toes can point out just a little, and just walk. Just start to walk your hands forward. Releasing your elbows, your forehead a little closer to the floor. Keep pressing the right big toe mount down. Try not to let the right knee open too much. Try to ground your sit bones down. Also the right sit bone down. I found myself cheating, so the right sit bone down as well. And then really extra here for the flexible ones, if you want to try the side bodies really open now, so you can bring the right elbow inside your right leg, lift the right heel up, try to bring the left hand up and over and grab the outer edge of your right foot with your left hand, lighten foot off the floor, flex your toes and start to extend the heel forward, open your left shoulder, maybe look up underneath. This is really super extra here. Maybe just don't worry about it, but all the flexy ones there, if you want to try. Release. Bend your right leg as well. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Then we're going to set the other side right away. So right heel in, left foot grounded on the floor, left knee pointing up, bring it a little further away, hands together to your heart center, lean the body weight forward and come up to your one knee stand. Hips forward and lower. Again, use your glutes, your core, lower down. Body weight forward, hips forward, right glute active. And lower down. Start to lighten the left leg off the floor, swing it back, tuck your toes under. Again, try without hands. If possible, find your floating pigeon right away, square. Right hip back, left thigh bone forward, lift from the lower core, press the right shin down. Lower down, body weight onto your right. Get the left leg forward, flatten the foot down, body weight forward, and come upright. Sit down, swing the leg back, toes under, square your body. Lean onto your right, left foot in front of you and one knee stand. 2 more. Back behind you, find your squareness, shoulders relax though. Lower down, swing forward. Last one, come upright. Hips forward, hips down. Swing the leg behind you. Square your hips. Press the right shin down. Left thigh bone forward. Try to keep your hips floating off the floor. And let's add the arms. Send your fingers up to the ceiling. Open your chest. Chest leads the way. Reach your fingers forward and all the way up. Again, open. Maybe even look up. Chest first. Reach forward with the core. Come up. Last one this way. Reach and upright. And then we go fingers reaching forward to the side. Rounding up. Again, chest leads the way. Back like dancing in the water. Last one. Lower body, core, working really hard though. And just release the hips down for a moment. One more transition to the front. Bring the left leg forward, flatten the foot down, and come up to your one knee stand. Right away, hips forward, working that right glute now. Hands together to your heart center. Lift your left heel up and see if you can release the toes and lower. Release and lower. Keep going like this, or flexi ones if you want to play around. Again, really super extra here. Grab the heel, extend, whee, and lower. This was what I could hold today. Whee, tricky one. Extend and lower. So the key is just to push the hips forward. Actually, it doesn't matter if you extend the leg or not, but it just makes you to realize really how much you have to push the hips forward. Nice. Lower down. And then we're gonna, that's it. No, we're gonna stretch. Sorry. We're gonna stretch here a little. So start to walk your hands forward. Maybe lower the elbows down. Maybe forehead a little closer to the floor. I keep pressing the left sit bone down. I want to cheat here all the time, so make sure to press the left sit bone down as well. Left big toe mount, press it down. And the extra thing here again. If you feel like it, left elbow on the floor inside, lift your left heel up, go over your foot with your right hand, grab the outer edge, start to flex, and maybe extend to open your chest a little more, like Mitrasana. If your side body is open. Now release. Nice. Cross your ankles and hands down, step your feet back. Beloved Vinyasa, shoulders forward, exhale Chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Bring your knees down. Once again, get the legs in front of you, sit down, and this time find your Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, open the knees out to the side. You can bounce a little here. We are not gonna stay here quite yet. We're gonna stay and stretch after we do something else first. So from your Baddha Konasana, we wanna come up to standing. So we bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe you can open the outer edges a little bit. You start to lean the body weight forward and see if you can make your way up to standing. It's a little bit tricky. So always work with your feet. In the end, you want to be able to use the outer edges. But first, you can go a little bit like this. Careful with your knees also. Slowly sit down. Find your Baddha Konasana. So you can open the outer edges a little more. So you are not fully on the outer edges. Up. But the big toe mounts, the inner edge is all the time lifted. Slowly lower down and open. And little by little start to work on the outer edge a little more. When we have this mobility on the ankles, it's totally fine to do, but work with what you got. We don't want to overstretch the outer edges, but if the feet are strong, it's fine. I'm so hypermobile, so I'm actually not gonna go all the way to the outer edges. I'm always slightly turning in with the inner edges. Using the outer edge, yes, but not fully there. Nice. Stay seated. And then let's take a stretch here. You can open your feet like a book. Let's go rounding first. So really open your feet, bend your elbows, chin into your chest, and start to round down forehead closer to your toes. Pressing the knees down. You can help with your elbows. You can bring the elbows into and just really round. Release this and let's go through the length. The same thing. Shoulders back, chest forward. And through the length. Think of chest releasing down first, then maybe your chin, forehead. And also this might not be the most comfortable for your feet, so then lift up a little and go wherever. If you really do it with the form, most probably you can really feel it up here as well. Shoulders back, chest forward. Release. Slowly bring the knees together and lie on your back. You can hug the knees in for a moment. And let's go with the inner rotation, the twist. So open your feet, mat distance apart. Drop the knees over to your left. Open the right arm to the side. Maybe setting the left heel on top of your right thigh. To press the right knee down gently. You can turn your head, look over your right shoulder. Really gentle twist, inner rotation. Counter one for the Padagoniasana. And release this. Let's go to the other side, left foot down. Again, make sure the feet are wide enough on the edges of the mat. Drop the knees over to your right. Open the left arm to the side. You can set the right heel on top of your left thigh as a little weight to press the knee down. Always careful with the knee though. No sharp pain. You can look up or you can turn your head. Look over your left shoulder, whatever feels better. Really slowly release. Hug the knees in, rock and roll, circle your knees, anything you might need, you might want, you might fancy right now. And once you're ready, settle in, do your final Savasana. Get the shoulders underneath you. Move your hips little side to side. Head little side to side. Even your feet little side to side. Make sure you are as relaxed as possible. Letting go of all the control. Letting the gravity hold you. Feeling the heavy body sinking through the floor. Heavy yet light. To feel the heaviness of your body will help you to relax. But on the other hand, you have just created a lot of space for your body, for your mind, and your mind might feel a little lighter. Space for some new energy, new things to come, new relationship, whatever that is. Making some space for a change that is necessary and so welcome. We keep evolving, changing, and that's the beauty of life, right? Not to get stuck. But for now, take your time in the final Savasana. No rush. As usual, say thank you to yourself before leaving your mat. And as always, pleasure to share the practice with you. Subscribe if you did not yet and you like the practice. Will help us to keep the classes going. Take care. See you next time. Namaste.